Us here. Thanks for being here, Coach Izzo, Jase Richardson, and Jaden Akins. Starting with you, Coach. What did you see from your team?
Well, I saw some uncharacteristic things. First half we've been shooting the daylights out of the free throws, and we missed, I think, 5 in a row, 5 out of 7, something like that. And that was in a stretch where even Magic said if we would have made those, we've been up at half. Disappointing we didn't get back on defense. We were changing, and a couple of our guys had trouble getting back. They had breakaway, I think 4 of them. Offensive rebounds, we probably did a pretty good job against a team that's pretty athletic and physical. Yet we didn't score on them. We had 6 more offensive rebounds. They had more second chance points. And the final one was, I thought Penny did a hell of a job, and Hunter made some incredible shots. Incredible shots. I thought our guys defended it pretty well most of the time, and give them credit. They made some shots when they needed them, and we just couldn't come back. They took us out of some stuff early. I thought they punched us in the mouth. I thought we were responded a little bit, and then they came back in that second half and did it again, and we didn't respond as well.
Any questions for Jase or Jaden?
Jaden, from your perspective, what did they do today to get you out of things? It seems like you got the lid off the basket finally, and then in the second half that came a little harder.
I feel like they just their pressure defense kind of took us out of things throughout the whole game. We didn't handle it how we should have, and I feel like I kind of got our attacking mode a little bit in the second half, and I should have kept attacking.
Go ahead, Matt.
Jase, what was it like to play Memphis and go against them for 40 minutes versus how Tom and the coaching staff would have prepared you through video for scout? I remember talking yesterday with the UConn staff, and there was definitely, you won't really know until you kind of face them. So I didn't know if you kind of felt that immediately, or if they kind of wore you down a little bit over the course of 40 minutes.
Just going through the game, they were more physical than what they seemed on film, so they were definitely more physical defensively. There was a lot of pressure. They were pressuring full court, and then half court they was all the way up, so it was just getting used to that during the game.
Jaden, there was a moment where you said something, I think, to Jeremy after you made a bucket, and I was just curious what you said there. Was that sort of a give me the ball moment? I know the next time he came down the floor, he found you, and you missed the shot, but I'm just wondering what was said in that moment there.
Yeah, I just told them to keep looking for me.
All right, we'll let Jase and Jaden get back with their team. Any questions for Coach?
Tom, there was a possession down 8 late in the game where and you wind up with Trey sort of a fall away in the lane shot. And I'm wondering what you're looking for in that moment when you sort of need a bucket a couple minutes to go, 7 points down.
Well, there's no secret, that we don't have a true go-to guy yet, and Jase, Trey got his lip busted, and I never felt he was the same after that. It was a physical game there. Because I love the way they play. I do. I didn't think we matched that. But they are more physical than not just athletic, but they are more physical. And we had trouble getting into offense. I thought we could run them. When we did run at times, we ran pretty good. But when you think about missing a dunk and then missing all those free throws, and it just goes to show what I've said all my career here. I'm the one complaining about missing all those threes. So today we shoot 35 or 6% from 3 and lose because we didn't guard as well, And I thought we took a couple of poor shots, and they got breakaway layups on them. And that's when Trey got busted in the mouth, and I didn't think he got back very well because he usually does a great job of that. Jaden played really well early, and give Penny credit. They choked them a little bit the second half, didn't let him come off those ball screens. And I thought Jase did some really good things. He was so mad at himself for missing those free throws. But it is what it is, you know, for a guy that has the experience that he has in college so far. I thought he played very well too. Our bigs let us down today a little bit, and they've been playing really well. I don't know why, but maybe some of it was the competition.
I guess I was gonna follow up on that, because it feels like, you know, your signature is, you know, at points in the paint, second, you know, the bigs doing it. What were they doing? What was happening with that?
Well, you know, it's funny, you know, because I kind of agree with you. But paint points 32 to 22, but they had at least 8 or 10 on breakaway layups. So those are points in the paint that aren't physical. Fast break points, 11 to 5. You know, again, those 3 or 4 breakaways when our point guard did not get back. Points off turnovers, 22 to 10. You know, some of those are undefendable. So I look at it, our defense, we held them to 55 shots. We held them to 8 threes. They only had 6 offensive boards. We all rebounded them by 8. Turnovers, we had a few more than them. But we did some good things. It's just, God, guys, if you watched it from where I watched it from, which I think you did, you got to give Hunter a lot of credit. I mean, he made some shots that I'm sure Penny made those shots when he played. And I mean that. He was falling right, falling left, and end of the shot clock, and he drained them. I mean, give them credit. I mean, they, you know, there's a reason they beat UConn. But I think if I take something away from this game, a couple of stretches, I think we can play with just about anybody here so far. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Hey, Tom, you brought up the idea of learning that you can kind of play with anybody, and you've played a lot of different styles to this point in the season. You've played, you know, Kansas now and Memphis and Colorado and another good opponent tomorrow. I'm just wondering what you sort of can definitively say about your team at this point, that you think, this I know about us, or whatever.
I'd like to go back to Northern Michigan. It's safer up there playing Division II schools, Sunday schools. But you know, I didn't think we quit. I didn't like the fact that I thought we got punched in the mouth and didn't respond early enough. And then, you know, responded, but it's because we got a lot of new guys in different roles, not a lot of new players. But it was a hard prep in one day too, because they're shooting 48%, and we tried to change our ball screen coverage a little bit and had some success. To be honest with you, they beat us on one-on-one. I mean, I think they only had like 8 or 10 assists. They only had 10 assists, and that was one-on-one. They beat us. They didn't beat us on actions as much, just one-on-one, and those 2 players. I mean, Hunter was one of them, but the other kid played pretty well too. Haggerty, you know, one of our goals was to keep him off the free throw line. That's why we changed our ball screen coverage. He gets 4 free throws, he's averaging 10, so, you know, we did enough of those things. We shot it well enough. It was the easy buckets they got. It was the lack of making free throws, which has been one of our strengths. And then give a credit. I mean, someone's going to have to really play well, no matter what they do, not to be MVP of this tournament the way he shot it. He's made some big plays.
Tom, you've got as much, if not more than any other coach when it comes to experience in this. So, not knowing who you're going to play tomorrow yet, drawing on all your previous trips here, 3rd game in 3 days, you never have anything like this again until Big Ten tournament, obviously. How do you go about preparing your players? How much is rest? Do you want to not info overload them? Before you know who you're going to play, I'm curious about your approach.
I don't believe in the rest.
Yeah.
Rest when you're dead. You know, it wasn't like we're going to go beat the hell out of them tonight. We're not going to go play the war drill or something. But information, we got to give them enough information to play the game, you know, and everybody's going to be doing the same thing. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, either way, we're playing a top 10 team, I think. And, you know, the 3rd game, a lot of times it's one on who wants to play. not always who's the best to play, and or who plays the best even. I mean, it's who wants to play. And I mean, I think this is a great experience for us. The tournament's been awesome. No complaints. A call or two here and there, but no complaints, to be really honest with you. I just wish we would have made some free throws. I wish we would have defended a couple of those ball screens a little better and gotten back on defense. I mean, the shots he made, I can't blame any of our players for some of those. I mean, it was, there were some hellacious shots. But now this will be all good. I mean, it's, go home and, work, get to sleep on the plane, and I want to sleep for it. And, seen enough of the island. I've been here 6 times, so love the island, but love the film room, and so I think I'll just go to work tonight a little bit.
I have one more question for Coach.
Since you mentioned kind of you guys in new roles, can you talk about when a guy like Jaden Akins, who's a veteran, can't perform in the second half, what does that do to your team?
Well, it does a lot, but it's not all Jaden's fault. We didn't do a very good job getting them the ball, I guess, and give them credit, I mean, I thought, I think Penny really likes his team. We were kind of neighbors in our hotel there and talked a few times. I think he likes his team, and rightfully so. I mean, they play hard. They've got incredible guard play. We must have done a hell of a job. They're shooting 48%, and today they shot 34 from the 3. So, something we did right, but just so disappointed in us not getting back. Those 4 baskets and those 5 free throws, that really changes a game. And we got to get Jaden more involved. That's not all Jaden. That's us, and we got to do a better job of that. I wanted to be able to get 14, 15 shots a game. He still let us in shots, but didn't get enough of them, if you ask me. So I'd agree with you on that.
All right, thank you, Coach Izzo.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.